Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. I've got some photos here. These are some wild photos from Chloe's graduation. As you guys know, I've scrapbooked Chloe's graduation extensively, and these are a bunch of photos that I thought would be awesome to wrap up with. So my plan is to do some sort of grid. I don't know what products I'm using yet. I've got nothing. You guys, the room is a travesty right now. I've got the stuff that I did my first non-Christmas layout off to the left. I've got that pile of Christmas stuff I know I'm not going to use right over here. I've got my December project there. I've got stacks of layouts that need to be put away. I've got product that needs to be put away. I've got the last iteration of the never-ending kit that needs to be put away over here. Like, it is a travesty up in this place. I got stencils over here. Like, they're just piled, right? Like, nothing is where it's supposed to be. And I probably should get my act together, but I'm going to scrapbook. So, let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I've went ahead and just grabbed into my stash. There was no rhyme or reason for what I did. The first thing I did was grab a couple of papers. I just went looking for colors. I grabbed the sticker sheet. This is a family sticker sheet from Paper House, and I was like, all right, let's find some navy blue, some teal, and some red color, right? So that's what I did. I got these three papers. I've got, what is this? An Echo Park, a Cartabella, and also a Graphic 45. And then I grabbed my LE Studio kind of punch out die cuts. These are from 2023. Now, some of you might remember my whole saga with the LE Studio die cuts. So my whole plan was to subscribe for a year so I could have a full year of them, and then kind of do like those monthly mini pocket pages, because I think I did it back in 2018-ish, something like that, 2018, 2020, and I really enjoyed it. And I was like, I'm going to do that another time, right? Like, it's not going to be something I have to do every year, but I enjoyed it. I want to try it again. Well, we moved in 2023, and my mail did not get forwarded. And by the time I realized that I was not going to get that kit, it was sold out, so I couldn't even buy it singularly. So I went ahead and let my subscription stay through 2024. So I have an entire year of LE Studio pocket kits that I will be able to use to go ahead and document, right? And I think I'm going to be documenting 2024 with it. So my plan is to do these monthly things as well as scrapbooking the previous years that I am playing in. I've got 2022, 2023, and 2024 that I'm playing in. So that is the plan with that. And I pulled that stack out. Not the full and complete stack, but the other stack. And I kind of forgot about it until the very end, to be quite honest. I went ahead and cut my photos down to 3.5 by 3.5 squares. And then I went ahead and matted them on 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Now the blue paper that I am matting them on has really tiny globes on it, and they're like globes with the lines, not globes with the actual world on them. But it reads as circles, especially as a photo mat, so I'm not worried about that. I decided instead of using this red maroonish paper as a straight line, I decided to go ahead and tear it. I thought that added a tiny little bit of interest to this layout, because I know, you guys, I know that this layout is not going to be super intricate. I know that I'm not going to be getting into it with this layout, just because the room is a wreck and I am feeling very uninspired right now with the way it is. I could kind of ignore it, and I did all throughout Christmas. I had my Disney Christmas tree that I could see. I had all of my December product just around me, and I was in like this cocoon of Christmas, and it was so good. And I didn't worry about the other stuff because the other stuff didn't matter. But here I am, and the other stuff is mattering. It's mattering a lot. And I just can't spend the time cleaning it up and getting it done because I am lasering like a mofo, trying to catch up on orders, and orders keep coming in while I'm still behind on the last one. So yay, thank you for the orders. Tomorrow I am off of work and I will be lasering all day long tomorrow, to just try to finally catch up on these orders. I am just amazed by you people. Like I said, I've run sales in the past, and it's been a hot minute since I've done a sale or anything like that. And I would get, dozens of orders, dozens of stencils I had to cut this time. Hundreds of stencils. You guys make me feel seen and valid, and like, it's amazing. I wasn't prepared. I will fully admit I was not prepared for it. But I am going to, let's talk about what I'm doing on the layout instead of me running my mouth. I have decided to just go all in on this sticker sheet. I'm using the family sticker as a title. I'm using these birdhouses. I already have popped them up on some fun foam because, like I said, this is going to be a very basic layout. Not a lot to it. And I think popping some things up and adding a couple of little extra bits just elevates it that much more, right? Like I'm not doing a whole heck of a lot of the tiny little details that I like to do, but just a couple of them is really going to make a difference for me. And I think that is one of my thought processes and tips. Like, go ahead, do a quick and easy page where you're not doing mixed media, you're not doing a whole heck of a lot of tiny little layers and things like that, but just do a little bit. Just do a tiny little bit extra, right? Like on the birdhouses, I just layered up a sticker on them over top of them, so it gives it that tiny little bit of extraness, right? It's not adding a whole heck of a lot of time to the layout. It's not adding a heck of a lot of bulk to the layout. But it is adding just a touch of something. Or adding in these little chipboard pieces where it's just giving it a little bit of height off the layout so it's not completely flat. Well, I guess technically it's not completely flat because we put the fun foam under the birdhouses, but it just adds that tiny little bit. And then I'm going to up here, this is just that extra little bit that doesn't need to be here. The layout is perfectly great without it, but I added a label, and then I'll add a little tab up here as well. And the only thing this is doing is reinforcing the colors that I'm already using on the layout, and it's just giving it a little bit of extra oomph, right? Like, the layout was great before. The layout didn't need that little love sticker, but it's reinforcing the color, it's reinforcing the theme, and it's just a little bit extra. And I think I don't even flip through all of them at this point. I'm just like, I think this is where I'm going to call this layout good. I do try this little thing right here, but I'm like, nah, it doesn't need to be there. So after I put that back in, that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. And this is definitely a good one, right? Like 6 photos on one page. Usually if I'm doing 6 photos, it's on a 2-page spread, or I spread it out on multiple individual pages. But I think this will be the last layout celebrating Chloe's graduation back in 2023. So here are a couple of close-ups. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.